Good morning, everybody. Welcome to On Point Radio broadcast with Bishop David G. Evans. I'm Pastor Nick. Bishop is coming in very shortly. We're so glad that you have joined us this morning. It is a wonderful Saturday morning in August, the first Saturday of August, as we continue to celebrate the Lord and all the things that He has done. And again, we're so glad that you've joined us this morning. Please do us a favor if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, share this if you can. Text somebody, tweet somebody, get somebody on as we talk about faith, life, culture, sports, relationships, ministry, all those things. We'd love for you to give us a call today at 866-743-8267. Again, 866-743-8267. Thank you all for joining us this morning. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good. Yeah, good.
So, thank you for welcoming all our wonderful guests and our new listeners and watchers. Audience is growing quite a bit. Tapped into our my LinkedIn followers, and it's about 13,000 people,
Good.
I think, at this point. And
Good.
a lot of them are jumping on, listening, not calling, but I'm sure they'll grow into callers. And I get a little message every now and then about something we discuss. So
Good.
So there's so much to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been catching in the Olympics?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't get much sleep the 2 weeks that are
I
left.
know.
Yeah, I don't get much sleep. I'm a little frustrated with the scheduling on the TV. You think you're getting ready to watch one thing, and they've got something that I think shouldn't even be a sport on.
Well, they got breakdancing and all that stuff
Come
now.
on, man. When did that be Olympics?
I know. But if you have the Peacock app,
Okay.
that allows you to watch everything that you want. They have the whole thing laid out on there.
Okay.
Even the replays and stuff that's like early in the morning.
Okay.
They do all that.
Because YouTube hasn't caught up with it yet.
No.
Yeah.
Regular NBC Channel 10, that's all the live stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
But if you have the Peacock app, it has
Okay. Which I don't have.
everything.
Which I don't have.
It's worth it for this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Yeah, I I like the judo and the archery and the fencing and soccer.
Yeah.
Some basketball. I haven't been too excited about. I've been passing on the women's games a little bit. Just
Even the men's games, I really didn't watch.
yeah. Now Serbia,
Most of it.
was it Serbia? Sudan.
Yeah.
Sudan played them.
Yeah, the first time. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Sudan
then they
can
played them
play.
again and
Yeah, Sudan can play.
Yeah.
And Germany did good yesterday against Spain, I think. But
Yeah.
when they get ready to play, when our team gets ready to play,
they're going to play.
They're
going to play.
because Giannis, won the game by himself yesterday. But it's an odd thing to look at the team and say, wait a minute, I see that guy on NBA basketball.
Yeah.
Canada, Africa,
Yeah.
Greece. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, the international presence.
Yeah, and I know U.S. wasn't going to let Joker go off on them, so they
Did they
stepped
clamp
it up
him
a little
down?
bit. They stepped up a little bit.
Did they?
You can't clamp him down, but they stepped up more
Yeah.
because they weren't going to let him.
Yeah.
They already feel. I'm sure they already competitively feel some type of way that he's been the MVP and he deserves it.
He's good.
Boy, good man.
And he takes his time. It amazes me how they can say what a guy can't do.
Yeah.
Yet he's killing everybody.
Everybody. Yeah. Yeah. You can't stop him.
Yeah. It's the same thing they said about Bird when he came in. He can't jump, which you found out he can dunk when he wants to. He's not fast, but evidently he was fast enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why we do that.
I know. Yeah.
It's not our game.
No.
No. We act like it's our game though.
Yeah.
So, but it's funny that we tend to psychologically, emotionally react to non-blacks coming into those leagues. Like Caucasian people react to blacks coming. I remember when the Williams girls broke into, but before that, Arthur Ashe, and long before him, that lady's name.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She and then you watch distance running was formerly dominated by Caucasian people in the United States. Now you got people of color, and everybody's looking like, there's this emotional thing. That's our arena.
Yeah.
But tennis, and then when Tiger came into golf, everybody
Hockey,
was,
same
oh
thing
yeah,
on the
hockey,
side.
yeah. So it's the same emotional reaction. We all have areas of expertise that we think belong to us emotionally.
Yeah. Althea Gibson.
Yes,
Althea
Althea Gibson. Yeah.
I mean, to me, there's a difference between competitive rivalry. And if people that have not played sports, especially at a certain level, they don't understand the competitive rivalry. Like, I want you to do good, but I also want you to lose at the same time, right? I don't, versus,
we can talk after the game.
Right.
Right now, we're trying to kill each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we friends after, not during. Versus, I'm just don't like you because
That's the dynamic.
You're right. If you never done it, you don't understand.
Well, if you have siblings, you do kind of understand.
Yes.
Because you play siblings like you're not related to them for a few minutes.
Yes, and then you.
Yeah, then you're okay.
Yeah.
You know? I don't even know if we hold back enough when we're hitting each other.
Right. I know. But it's been good. You know, the women's 100 is at 320 today.
Is it?
Yeah, the final.
The finals today?
Is at 320.
When's the semi?
The semi's 115. I'll send you the link with the schedule.
Wait a minute. They get 2 hours between the races?
Yeah, for the semis 115, the finals 320.
So the semi's like a warm-up?
Yeah.
Why are they having them both on the same day?
I don't know why. I'm not sure.
That's going to be disadvantageous. I'll tell you why. As a sprinter, former sprinter, a long time ago, you know, if you have to run in the semi like it's a final, normally when you get to the final that's a few hours later,
you don't have the.
There's an issue. Unless you're Quincy Wilson and you know you're 16 and you got those reindeer legs, so you just jump up and you know leap over something.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? The schedule changed. It's not on here now.
It's not on there now?
The women's final still 320.
Okay.
The semi must have been the semis is 150 today. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, at 150.
That's disadvantageous as it relates to stamina.
Yeah.
That's not going to be good for Shelly Ann.
Okay. That's right, 'cause she's
Because she's, what, 37 now?
Mm-hmm.
She sure is looking like she can run, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think worse than Sharika Jackson, I think she's hurt.
Yeah, I think she's only doing the 200. Something happened with the coach, and they pulled her out.
She's saving for that and not taking a chance with the 100. And then not wanting to get in Shelly Ann's way.
Yeah. And I think Sha'Carri going. The way she's been running, unless she has an off moment.
She's got to get out of the blocks.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get out well, then the lady from what's her name? What's her name?
Tolu. Okay.
Tolu and Price get out of the blocks really well. And most people cannot run down Price once she gets going.
Yeah, when she gets going, yeah.
So what's her name's going to have to come out of the blocks like fire.
Yeah.
The problem is the desire to get out quick can cause you to false start.
Yeah.
And I think she'll hold it to make sure she doesn't.
Yeah.
And that means Shelly Ann's going to come out like a bullet.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
It's going to be something.
Yeah. They got this Jamaican dude. He was ran in because the men's 100 finals tomorrow.
The young boy?
He looked like a linebacker. Huge, big boy.
Oh, he can run.
And they showed he looked like a linebacker.
He can run.
Yeah.
He can run. I saw him at the relays.
Yeah. Okay.
He was, because you looked at him like, what's he going to do? Because, Bolt was like 6'4", I think. This guy's just as tall, but he's like, boom. And brother, man.
Yeah.
He was walking them dudes down like it was nobody's business.
He didn't look like he was running fast.
Boy,
but because he's so big, but he's moving.
That load is moving, brother.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's going to be, sorry.
It's just a wonderful thing, man. I wait 4 years for this. It's going to be in L.A., man. We got to go next year.
I know.
We got to go, man.
Yeah.
Next time, 4 years, we got to go to L.A., man.
It's going to be, I hope so.
Probably need to get the tickets now.
To fly out there?
Because it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Find a place to stay now.
Hotels and all that.
All that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful thing. Or get a house or something. But, California's crazy.
I know the traffic, yeah.
Prices. Yeah.
I know.
We'll work it out.
I'm with it. Praise the Lord. We can roll.
All right. Let's move. Well, we got Scott from Vineland on line 1. We've got Robin on line 6 from Bear, Delaware. Give us a call, 866-743. 8267 866-743 8267. So what did you think about Kamala securing the Democratic nomination so quickly?
Oh no, it was obvious to me.
Okay.
It was there.
Okay.
She's brought an excitement to the base.
Sure has.
That we haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that she can pick a good VP that can balance the ticket out.
It's going to be important.
Because we saw what happened with a white woman ran.
Yeah.
And even though she got the popular vote, those other states that were required to win, that you got a black woman on top of it.
Yeah.
So, Shapiro's floating around, the guy from Wisconsin, to help balance out that.
Yeah. There's no perfect pick, especially this late in the game. She cannot pick another minority.
No.
She cannot pick another female.
Nope.
And it's amazing that we have still in a time in our cultural maturity or maturation that those gender issues still matter. But the fact is they do.
Yep.
So I think that this is a precarious. It may not matter to the Republicans, which I think it has started to matter.
Trump's panicky.
Yeah, because Vance has said some ridiculously stupid things. I guess I know I say this almost every week. I can't figure out who's driving the bus over there.
Yeah.
You're gonna say this black jobs thing. You're gonna come out and say this stuff about females. I mean, they're saying the dumbest stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it that they think their base doesn't care about it?
Some of their base doesn't care. That's the problem. They're appealing to a certain group.
What about the people? But that group is a minority.
Yeah.
That group is a vast minority. So you've got this behemoth of female votes that they're not luring away; they're pushing them away.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they can't look at the national picture and see that ladies are getting fired up about this woman because she's going to stand for them.
Yeah. Now, I'm wondering, possibly after 2016, they're okay with losing the popular vote as long as they win the electoral college.
Right.
And I wonder if they're only focusing on like Pennsylvania, getting that back, Georgia.
I'm sure they are.
Just all that gerrymandering they've been doing to guide those votes.
I think the issue is going to be for them.
Yeah.
In the areas where they normally would, Democrats would be vulnerable. It appears to me, now I'm not a master of politics, it appears to me as though they are pulling the numbers that they need to win those particular areas away from themselves.
Sure.
They're pushing them away.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the strategy, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Black jobs?
I know. And then Trump was at the National Black Journalist thing,
yeah,
which was controversial. They probably should have never had him there in the first place.
Yeah, but they wanted to talk to him, but he didn't want to talk.
No. And y'all mad about what you got, but he's been showing you who he is this whole time.
Yeah, but
why are y'all upset?
Why are you suddenly upset now?
I can't believe he did that to her. He's been doing it to everybody.
For years.
But,
attention.
And
they brought him in, and I didn't think anyone was rude to him. He said they were mean and nasty. They weren't rude. They asked him questions that he didn't want to answer. That means you're mean and nasty to him. But I also think I've only seen him say that when he's confronted with a woman that's not white.
Yep.
She's mean and nasty. Nancy Pelosi told him off 3 dozen times.
Yeah.
I never heard him say she was mean and nasty.
That's true. Yep.
Okay.
That's true.
And I might have missed it. I didn't see every exchange they had. But it's just, I don't know.
Can we just want to throw this? This is going to be nonsensical to some, but Kamala Harris's race,
right,
with her being
mixed.
Some of y'all don't know how black works.
Right.
Her father's Jamaican. How you think black people got to Jamaica? Through slavery.
Right.
Which means that she's part African.
Right.
Well, she's not black because her father's Jamaican. Where do you think he came? Thank you.
You don't purchase black.
I'm like,
you inherit black. Matter of fact, inheritance is going to be taken away. You don't inherit black. You are given black.
Right. Yes.
Color is undeniable.
Yes.
Unless you're psychotic.
I'm like, do y'all know how this stuff works? But they're literally arguing over whether she
is she black enough?
And even black people.
Is she
black enough? Like,
is she black enough?
She went to Howard.
I think Jamaican's pretty black.
I think so too. And she can celebrate both sides. her Indian side as well as her
She's
African
brown
side.
and black. But when you look at them, it's the same.
Yeah.
You don't go down to Walmart and get that.
Right. I know. I know.
You're raised that way. Now, depending on your cultural context and where you were raised and advantages or disadvantages you had, being black means something a little different than other people. But the bottom line, at the end of the day, that was like that Obama thing. He ain't black enough. Well, which part of him is not?
Right. I know. And then
just because he didn't say I'd be going to my office now, that
you brought it up.
Come on, man.
You brought it up. Why define blackness by the worst traits? Can't talk, can't act.
All right, I'm glad you went there. I'm glad you went there.
Yeah.
What is it about us that rejects, as far as focusing and representation, that generally rejects academia, intelligentsia, and intellect, and only can follow somebody with a criminal background who's cussing and making rap records? What is wrong with us?
Hopelessness. That's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, thank you. That's my word.
You can't, if you can't see yourself better, you'll define yourself by the worst.
So if I don't have a criminal record, you can't relate to me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reject people that went to college, people that can articulate, you know, as my old pastor used to say, dot an I and cross a T.
Yes.
That's what he used to say back in the day.
Yeah.
Why do we reject that? That's not black enough. That's not dark enough.
Yep.
But, you know, the more ratchet you are, that becomes the signal and the light for the culture.
Yep.
It's wrong.
It is wrong. It is wrong. We went from Booker T. Washington, W.D. Du Bois, all those going through.
Yep.
Being the standard for
absolutely.
You know, and then
absolutely.
And you can't. I'm sorry. You can't blame racism on
you,
how we choose to depict ourselves.
Because I heard somebody say, we don't like the guys, the people that climbed out of the tar pit and made it to the house.
Yeah.
We focus on the folk that stayed in the tar pit. So we tend to not gravitate to the best of who we are.
Yep.
I'm almost back at those BET Awards again.
I know. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
It does. It just.
It's. I don't. Why is it the worst of us is what we celebrate?
Yeah.
Back to President Obama. Just how black did he need to be? Did he never arrest record?
Right. I know.
You know, so you would have qualified him to be president. Then you could relate to him. He I don't know how black he needed to be.
Yeah.
But I heard people say it.
Yeah.
Man, he ain't a real. What happened? What happened?
Right.
He's supposed to be sitting on the lawn smoking a J?
I know.
Come on, man.
Like cussing and stuff and
Come on. You know, going upside Sister Obama's head and stuff.
I know.
Then you related to him?
I know.
Not that I don't think she could defend herself. Now, at the end of the day, I think.
Yeah, she's from.
I think Michelle probably can. She ain't from Chicago for nothing.
Yeah, right. I was about to say she. But and now you're seeing it with the worst of Trump, because now that crowd, you have the worst of both crowds identifying with
one of the most disappointing statements I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
He's been convicted in court, so we got something in common.
Yeah.
As if the criminal element was the majority of people of color. It's not.
It's not. So
hopeless.
I know. I'm sorry. We got
the phones are lit up. We've got Scott from Vineland, Robin from Bear, Delaware, Tom from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Danny from Lauderhill. Let's go to Scott, line one. Good morning, Scott. How you doing?
Mr. Evans, Pastor Nick, what's going on?
Hey, man. Good to hear from you. What's on your mind today?
Nothing much. Bishop, that was very amazing service for your anniversary. And,
it turned out.
Me and Nye send our love, and that Bishop Morton. Man, God bless him, and he just brought forth the word. It was just amazing service that we watched. Two things real quick, sports, and then of course the big Mr. Trump and Vice President Kamala. Sports, the boy sent his love. He was up here for a couple of days trying to get his mom moved out, Leon.
Leon, yeah?
Yeah, we went over to the training camp, and Hurts, he what a difference a change of a coordinator makes. I know the big talk last year was, he can't stand in the pocket. They're trying to compare him like Lamar Jackson. He can, of course, throw the ball, but Hurts, at that open practice Thursday, he's pretty much can quiet the doubters up. He was standing in the pocket, crisp passes, and when they introduced Saquon Barkley, everybody just went wild. You thought Elvis was reincarnated. It was crazy over there. But as far as Hurts, he looks like he's primed. And, of course, we have the coordinator used to play with the Cowboys, their offensive coordinator. He did do some good things with Dak Prescott, and he was with the San Diego Chargers offensive coordinator, Mr. Kellen Moore. But he keeps Hurts keeps this up the way he's looking. It's going to be a good season this year.
I don't know why he has to be compared to Lamar Jackson.
I don't
He's
either.
him.
Probably.
He's a different kind of quarterback.
Yep.
Lamar is, uniquely gifted. He's articulate. He's quiet. He's the opposite of Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
So I don't know why he has to be Lamar to be great. We don't require that of any other kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
So he doesn't run a 4.4 40. Does he have to? No.
Nope.
Does he have the respect of his teammates? Do they finally put some people in front of him that can protect him and give him time to do what he needs to do, rather than resort to the fact that he is athletic if he needs to be?
Yep.
I'd rather have that in my hip pocket that I can take off if I want to, rather than feeling like 50% of every play I need to be prepared to take off. That's a difference.
There's a difference, yeah.
Hey, Pastor Nick, we know those running quarterbacks, it eventually gets up to them. Ask Michael Vick. Ask Mr. Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, Randall made a great transition to more of a pocket quarterback when he got older. Because the people got lost in the fact that even though he was a good runner, he could sling that ball far. So when he was older and he couldn't run, he was throwing them balls like it was. But
him and Elway, man, just anytime you throw a football and it levels out on its way,
right.
You throw him far, Doc.
As Pop Shelton would say, you were a bad man again.
Yep.
Doc, I used to watch Elway and what's his name? That ball would actually level out for a second, man, and then start coming down.
Yeah, he was.
It was crazy.
He's doing a good job with his daughter in the high jump too.
Yeah, I heard his daughter.
His daughter does very well.
Yes, they got together with Hurts, I believe, Mr. Cunningham and his daughter, and they got together with Hurts a couple times, and Hurts is watching film on him. I'm like, man, what better person to watch than Randall Cunningham? It's a shame. We all know his offensive coordinator passed away, and he was here, of course, Randall and Buddy Ryan, God rest his soul, but we all know he was the defensive coordinator. Just luckily, Randall had that ability, what you were saying, Bishop and Pastor Nick, because Buddy pretty much tapped Randall, go out there and do what you got to do. That was no design play. But as you said, Pastor Nick, when he got older, got the Minnesota Vikings, you saw what happened. Trust me, we none of us like what comes out of Mr. Trump's mouth, but it seems like the more he talks, it just
the worse it's getting.
Absolutely. I never thought I would say it. I'm like, man, keep on talking. Trust me, I don't like what's coming. Just keep it up.
I think some of his more informed supporters are not comfortable with the things that he's saying.
No.
And because I think it's not the discomfort is from people I hear, people I'm talking to. The discomfort is not so much what he says. The discomfort for them is the impact of what he's saying.
Okay.
So that's just him, but he's chasing folk away.
Yeah.
And thinking people, which they do have some of those, are not going to think that those things are the things that should come out of a president's mouth. And if you combine that with the Project 2025 fear, all the nonsense that he carries with him, the baggage that comes with him, there are some people that are thinking people that are like, this is not exactly the country that I want. And am I willing to sacrifice all of that just to get this?
Yeah.
And I think they're in a dilemma.
It's
But women and people of color have to get out and vote.
Yep.
And the Hispanics have to figure out this party does not care about them.
Mm-hmm.
They got to figure it out. They got to figure it out.
They never did.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were believing it, but
well, when you come from, they're no different than we were. When back in the day, when we were buying bleaching cream and processing our hair, we were not trying to look more black. We were trying to look as little or less black as we could.
Okay.
So they've come over, and they kind of watch this. Ebony magazine morphed from having a light-skinned woman on the cover, almost every cover, to having almost none.
Okay.
To where a light-skinned woman would win the beauty pageant. Dark-skinned women, now you don't even see that many light-skinned women in the beauty pageant.
Okay.
So it's changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were there as a people. You know,
Yeah. The more European you looked.
The better you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were there. So I'm not that mad at the Hispanics because they've come over and done the same thing. And Florida especially, it's catered to them, and they've used the vote. They've progressed.
My thing is, what kind of cognitive dissonance do you have for somebody to say all these Mexicans, all these people are dogs, blah 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 blah, and you are Mexican saying, well, he's not talking to me.
You don't
like how do you
just like you have black men now that are saying that slavery is not relevant.
That's true. Yeah. The kind of
that one right there just blows my mind.
It's self-hatred. That's
true.
Clarence Thomas, to me, my opinion, is a classic example of a man who is undeniably black, but hates himself every time he looks in the mirror.
Yeah, it's true.
That guy right there, I'm about to take his brotherhoodship card away from him.
He threw it away.
You're
not going to be able to find it, Scott. He threw it away a long time ago. Man, we got to go.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Talk to you. Bye-bye.
See you, Scott.
866-743-8267, 866-743-8267. Robin from Delaware is about to tell us she only has 2 things to talk about, but she's going to talk about 6. Let's go to Robin. Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop.
Hi.
And Nick, how are y'all this morning?
How you doing? How are you?
Oh, look, I only have 2 things. Right. But, Pastor Nick, did you get the information I sent you regarding the Social Security? Because I did find it, and I'm going to be quick. It said that...
I forgot to read it.
Where's that?
Okay.
That the Social Security is trying to make... the governor... Is it the governor from Colorado?
Robin, you got to have it a little bit more together than that now. Come on. Move on to your next thing.
No, I know.
Move on to your next thing. Move on to your next thing till you gather your thought. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Y'all messing with me. Former President Donald Trump has agreed to an offer from Fox News to hold a debate with Vice President Kamala.
She better not go on Fox News.
Right. Exactly.
She better not.
He said because he has a case against ABC Network and George... How you pronounce his last name?
Stephanopoulos, that one?
Yes. Yeah. So therefore, creating a conflict of interest, Trump said to his post. So he said September the 4th, he will debate her on Fox.
She not coming on Fox.
Yeah.
No. I know.
Here's the agreement Fox has to have with him. The commentator, the person that's navigating or directing the debate, is not allowed to contradict him. Mm-hmm. So you can't fact check him on the spot. She can't. Kamala doesn't need to go in that environment.
Nope. And he wants it in front of a live audience, like a Fox audience.
That's all.
That's nah.
No, she shouldn't do that.
Nah.
If he won't go someplace neutral where they're going to basically give him the license to lie and not contradict him, so he can talk to his base, she shouldn't do it.
Nope.
I wouldn't do it either.
I don't think she needs to talk to him. Plus, he knows he can't stand.
He can't. No.
If you can't stand a reporter,
right,
you're certainly not going to stand a prosecuting attorney,
right?
Yep. You know, who's trained to eat you up.
Yeah, true.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Well, did you see him on the National Black Journalist?
He embarrassed himself again.
Oh, didn't he? Yes, he did. That was a mess.
Unbelievable.
He wouldn't even let them get the questions out or the response.
Because he
just
can't.
kept talking right over them.
He can't. The tactic. If you watch the interviews across the spectrum of TV and internet, their tactic is barrage of words, word salad, word salad, word salad,
Yeah.
word salad, word salad. Don't let anybody get anything extra. You stay up here, responding with ideology.
Yep.
Rather than ever answer the question. That's the tactic. I don't know why people can't see it.
Yep.
They want to overtalk you the whole
Yep.
time.
The whole time.
I know.
So they don't have to
I
answer
found
the
what
question.
I wanted to ask
Oh,
you,
no.
Bishop Pastor Nick.
Okay.
The Colorado Court of Appeals ruled this month that federal law allows Social Security money to be used for alimony payments typically paid to an ex-spouse after a divorce if one partner has a significantly lower or no income. At issue in the case was a provision of a federal law that states Social Security benefits cannot be transferable or assignable. However, another legal provision mandates that Social Security benefits are subject to alimony payments as income.
Wow. So that's not going to affect rich people much at all, because that, Social Security,
Nope, it's going to
that's
affect
working.
those who
That's working people.
It's income, Social
As
Security,
always.
and they got to pay to their ex-spouse.
And then sometimes that's all they have as income. You're talking about poor folk at this point. Wow. But Colorado did that. That doesn't set a precedent for the country, does it?
I don't know. Maybe that's the first state that's, starting it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. But I'm going to leave on the good note.
What's
I don't
that?
know if you read it, but HUD announces over $3.5 billion to help people experience homelessness.
Okay.
This
that's
is
good.
something that Biden and Harris have been working on.
Good.
Just the announcement just went out yesterday.
Good. Because I think it's a travesty that we're, quote unquote, the richest economic nation in the world, and we're dealing with two fundamental problems: places for people to live and food.
Yep.
How does that
shouldn't
happen?
be. Yep. That shouldn't be an issue at all in this country.
It shouldn't. We're one of the richest countries.
Do you imagine? Can you imagine how much food? This Whole Foods, one of my favorite places to get food. Do you know after a day they start throwing stuff away?
Wasting food.
The
Unbelievable.
waste of food. Yep. Yeah.
Waste food.
And you have folk literally starving to death in
Yep.
the country.
Yep. And stop that narrative of if you feed them once or twice, they're going to get hooked and not want to get a job. A lot of people want to work and eat. Don't lump the lazy ones.
How does that work?
But they did it with the welfare queen
You got
thing.
people that are working every day,
Yeah.
that are living on diets that we would reject. Okay.
Why you think y'all notice all these dollar stores are popping up in low income areas?
Of course they
that's
are.
where they go grocery shopping.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
But here's
And
the
that's
problem.
Terrible
not
food.
healthy at
It's
all.
not the best food in
It's
the
not
world.
the best food. Yep.
People are
Now,
going on
snacks,
what they can
you can
afford.
get your snacks there good.
Well, the snacks are not going to help you grow well
So I'm
either.
just
Yeah.
saying when you want, instead of paying more, but
It's not
I go there
good.
to get snacks. That's it.
So
I don't buy no
your kids
food there.
don't grow properly. Their
Yep.
bones don't grow
know.
properly, and we eat the snacks and our hearts go crazy. Come on, come on, man.
You're right, Bishop. But I'm gonna leave this Pastor Nick. What do you
I
think
told
of
you
the
two
player
things.
from
I
the
know.
Two
Giants?
things. Two things. that
Multiple.
You're
It's
gonna
like
tell
the
us
fourth
six. Go
thing.
ahead. Go ahead.
But that's it.
Last one, Robin.
$220, I think, $1 million they're paying him for the Eagles. If I'm not mistaken.
Who?
I know you keep up with it. I'm
Who?
so excited about football starting next week.
But who you said he? Who's he?
No,
She don't know.
the player from the Giants that they're taking, they're paying him. I think it's
Saquon?
$220
Saquon? They're not
million.
paying $220 million.
No, where you get that from,
You ain't paying a
Robin?
run back that much money.
Stop reading online
Well, I'm
stuff.
gonna find it and I'll have it for you next week.
Watch ESPN. Don't look online.
Well, y'all have a blessed
Talk-
rest of your day. Love you.
All right, talk to you. Bye bye.
See you, bye-bye.
All right.
866-743-8267, 867-867. We're going to Tom, line 4. Good morning, Tom. Welcome to On Point.
Good morning. How you doing, Bishop?
Man,
How you
we're doing our
Amen.
way. We slinging them and winging them, man. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, hanging in there. Bishop, you were talking about the track thing earlier. I just want to comment that they were talking about this yesterday, about how close it's going to be between the semifinals and the finals. And not only that, I believe the two top stars are in that first
They're in the semis.
semifinal.
They're in the semis. Somebody's going to get eliminated.
Yeah, so, I think that's... I don't like the way they're doing that.
The problem is this. So you're going to have Price, Richardson, Lukenheimer, Toulouse. 2 or 3 of them are going to be in the same semifinal.
Yep.
Okay.
So they're gonna kill each other off.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think
I think
how
so.
many can go from the semi? 4. If there's
It
2
was- I believe
semifinals,
it's-
it'll be 4 and 4.
I think three in best time.
Yeah, 3 and the fastest losers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be carnage, man. They're going to have to run the semi like they're running the final.
Okay.
Exactly.
Which is a
And this-
disadvantage for Shelly Ann Fraser Price.
Okay.
Because she's 37, she's a mom, she's running up against these reindeers,
Yeah.
hadn't had no babies,
Yeah.
you know, they 20-something,
Yeah.
you know, so she needs a little more time to recover than, and that's for that unusual thing, speed they have, you know. It's like I heard one of the NBA players say that this other guy that they played with had this other kind of strength.
Okay.
You know, and this was a strong guy saying this. So these young people had that other kind of speed.
Yeah.
Shelly has, if you give me enough rest, I'll blow you out.
Yeah.
So this whole 2 hours rest time is
Look, because 37 ain't old in life, but it's old in sports, though.
running. As long as she's been running,
It's always- yeah.
yeah, that's.
Yeah.
If she does it with all of that, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
But she gonna run now.
Oh, yeah, she going to do it.
She gonna run. They maybe they're gonna give her a yam between.
To help her out.
You know, they say the yams is what makes that
Yep,
muscle
yep,
twitch.
Yep.
Hey, Bishop,
Yeah.
I watched the whole National Association of Black Journalists.
Did you watch the
with
whole thing?
Trump. And I'm telling you, I thought the women did a great job at trying to nail him. Of course, they couldn't, but his diversion is all time too. I mean, at talking over them and changing the subject. I mean, the best one was, well, you know, in Milwaukee, this happened, and the lady's like, well, no, we're not asking about Milwaukee. We're asking about you pardoning these people. Well, in Milwaukee, you know, so he aced on that. But I thought they did a great job at going at him, not getting anywhere, but they didn't let him get a free ride.
Well, I think the problem is that the only good question to him is one he wants to answer. If you ask him something he doesn't want to answer, it's not a good question. It's being rude, it's being mean, and he uses the word nasty quite a bit when he's talking to women of color.
And the caller before said something about Fox News. Trump has always said he will do the interview with Fox because they're going to do what he wants.
Well, they're going to agree to the same thing CNN agreed to, Tom, which was
No fact check.
No fact check. Don't contradict him. Don't tell him, you know, that's not exactly true. How can you have a debate when someone is asking for permission to lie before they come to the debate? And I don't think Vice President Harris should agree to that kind of forum because, number one, he's not informed. They say he doesn't read, and he's going to always go from the emotional, the polity type of thing. So I just think it's a waste of time. Plus, beside the fact, he knows full well he will never stand toe-to-toe with her in a debate.
Yep.
This ain't Hillary. This is not President Biden. This is not, you know, somebody who can control an answer. This is a prosecuting attorney.
Yeah. And she a black woman, too. So
War
you know,
of words.
You know, you got that
And
merger.
Bishop, I called this morning for one reason.
Yeah.
Simone Biles said,
Incredible.
I love my black job. I just want to know what you thought about that.
I thought it was one of the greatest retorts I'd ever heard, man.
Man, I thought she was right on target.
How many people can do what she does the way she does it? It's funny you talking about this. We're in this series I just started called Game Changers. And we're witnessing these people. She didn't tell them to change gymnastics for her. I'm going to work within the context that you give me and do stuff that someone has never done before.
I think, yesterday I heard she created 3 or 5 moves that's
sir.
never been done before.
They're hers.
Yeah.
They have to call them
And
biles.
they're going to name them after her.
Yeah.
They're biles.
Yes. Both of them was beautiful. The team win and the individual one.
The girl's out of this world. The height she gets.
Yeah.
The strength that she has is incredible.
Yeah. I think one they said she has She's not as good on the balance beam because she's so strong. I think they were saying because she pushes herself up so high. I mean,
she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And to call her the GOAT in a context
Yeah.
that historically was not a context that she would be welcomed. It's just amazing to me how good she is, and how they say she goes 11 feet 9 inches in height at times.
Yeah.
She ain't 4 but nothing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And
Yeah.
and she's not full of herself.
No. But she certainly
she's
does
very
know.
good.
She don't.
Oh, she
look,
knows who she is.
She wears a goat necklace, bro.
She knows who she is.
Oh, she wears it.
She knows who she
But
is.
she don't show it off. She
No,
wears it.
it's hidden, but she got the goat around her
Yeah,
neck.
she showed it one time in the picture. But
Yeah.
look, if you have the record she has, you can talk trash. What you gonna say?
Oh, yeah.
Which she
What you gonna
doesn't
say?
do. She was cheering on her opponent the other
Yeah.
day. They say you can hear Simone Biles telling the girl to do well. Well, I can do that when I know what I'm about to do.
Right,
to you.
right. Yeah.
That's like Jordan's saying, "Go ahead, man, hit that foul.
Right.
You can do it. You can do
Yeah.
it."
And this was
on,
the
man.
oldest team, I believe, that the Americans ever brought out.
Well, she's old compared
She's
to
27.
The,
Yeah.
That's
Other ones are in their 20s, and
I wonder though, and I've always wondered this: the long-term effect on their joints,
Yeah.
with how they have to come down in those pike positions, and they want them to stick the landing. How that's got to be hard on your body.
yeah, after a while, yeah. That's why I wonder why some of them get out so early. Like they do 2 Olympics and they're done. Gabby Douglas is trying to come back for 2028.
That's what they're saying.
She's working for it now. She's 28 now, so she'll be what? Yeah, 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You never know.
the swimmers, they have a couple people in their 30s that are doing really well. It's just on the human body.
Yeah.
You look at the old Negro leagues.
Yeah.
Page was
He
pitching when he was like
40s.
48, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And striking people out. They were afraid at him at 48.
Some people are genetic freaks, as they call them.
Yeah, they have that body.
As we talk about that,
you
Katie Ledecky. Did you see how far away she was?
Man,
She hit that wall, turned around, people.
Ledecky is
Ledecky, how you
crazy,
say
man.
Oh, she beat them so bad.
The girl, it's almost insulting. She just, how do you leave Olympians in your wake? I mean,
Right.
just leave them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where they have to pull
Smoke
the
'em.
camera back. They have to draw the shot back to show that she's already on her way back, and they're getting ready to touch the
Yeah.
wall. It's crazy. I'm like, what does she eat for breakfast?
Right, I know. But them, Phelps, something, God give them in their DNA. They just.
What about, what's his name? We would call him Leon. Leon was the guy from France.
I heard about him. I missed it.
Nick. I'm doing I'm giving away some secrets.
Okay.
Part of the Game Changers. One of my titles is Nerd Swag.
Nerd swag.
Yeah, Nerd Swag.
Leon Merchant.
Marchand.
Marchand. Yeah. Nerd swag.
Nerd Swag. Now, he got it all day long.
That's true.
David had Nerd Swag.
Yeah. Different.
Yes, yeah, bro.
Called nerdy.
Yeah, he had Nerd Swag.
Yep.
Now. Oh, that's gonna be
It's
beautiful.
gonna be cool.
Hey, Bishop.
Yeah.
Real quick, they were trying to compare lady swimming to Usain Bolt, how far ahead he would have been equally in time. And it was funny looking when they put it on the track. That it's obnoxious how far out that lady was.
Oh, it's crazy. It's
yeah.
absolute. It's as almost unrecognizable as when you see an Olympian get lapped.
Yeah.
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 Where do you come from where you're the best in your country and you get lapped?
Right.
Do you understand? I ran
The best
track,
of the
Doc.
best of the best.
Doc, when the first guy comes around you, it's bad
It's
news.
bad news.
You get lapped. But Ledecky's like unbelievable, man. I like watching. I just, she starts out with everybody else, and then all of a sudden, she hits that wall and turns around, and it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
It's just over. And then she just keeps pulling away. She's like a machine.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Unbelievable stuff.
Olympics is good. Man.
What else going on, Tom?
Maybe I'll save it for next week, but do not buy a condo in Florida.
Uh-oh. Why?
Because of the Champagne Towers falling a couple of years ago.
Okay.
They're reassessing all the condos here.
Yeah, they cut some corners.
Yeah, that are now being assessed, coming up with $10,000, $20,000 right up front to bolster these condos back up, with fees going up to $300, $400, $500 a month more. So it's ridiculous amounts of money to stay in some of these older condos. So,
I know someone who works in a municipality, and they were letting me know that all kinds of deals are cut in Florida with builders, where the type of damage and the type of catastrophe that happened is a matter of time.
Yeah.
Because of the climate, because of the moisture, all those things that have to be, those extra things that would cost millions and millions of dollars more to build and delay the profit margins. They're just, they're coming, what's that my grandmother said, the chickens are coming home to roost.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the consumer, like Tom said, now has to pay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So they save money. The builder saves money, and people gotta.
Yeah.
He said, like $500 a month in fees extra. How you put that on somebody?
Fix the building. They need to go back after.
we're talking above.
Yeah,
above what they
They need to go back.
Yeah.
They not.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys have a great day.
Talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Should be Danny. Good morning, Danny. How you doing? Danny. Oh, he's on one. Hi, Danny.
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing? Pastor Nick, Chef, how y'all doing today?
Hey.
Doing great, man. Good to hear your voice.
Yes. I just finished all my prep work for the hurricanes. And
What hurricane?
Storming down there now.
There's one out there. But from what I understand, what I'm seeing is going a little west of us.
Okay.
So we're dodging the bullet this time.
That's good.
So, but it's going to come. I think you might get some of it a little bit later next week up your way.
Okay.
The whatever's left of it. But I just wanted to talk to, and I'm going to take one of your talking points. Of one of the titles that you used. And what the black journalist did as far as talking with, trying to communicate with Trump, let's go ahead and play chess, not checkers.
Okay.
Why would you come to the match like that? You're not prepared, and put your best players out there, your best staff. I know we have quite a few journalists that can go ahead and go toe-to-toe with him and not let him get away. And then, like you said, whenever he wants to get into an atmosphere where he is controlling everything and not any other rule. He's doing all the talking and no one else.
You know what his problem is? He surrounded himself with Tim Donaldson's, or whatever his name is, and Tim Scott's. That's who he surrounded himself with. People that don't contradict him who happen to be black.
But then also, Bishop, like one of the talking points when they're talking about including different people, you're going to tell me when you went to pick your vice president, the people that you had running against you, no one was worthy to hold that spot and have more experience than what he picked?
My problem is this. He picked who he wanted. He picked who would tell him everything he wanted, just like Pence did starting out. This guy seems to have less barriers, less structure than even Pence had. And those court jesters never had a chance. All they were used for was to attract an equally distorted black mindset over to this individual who cares nothing about him. So they were clowns. And then when it came time to pick, they weren't even on the list.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
The audience may not be as old as I am. Remember when they had Ringling Brothers, Bottom and Bailey?
Yeah. I
It was
remember.
just, you would have fill-in acts until the main attraction came.
Absolutely.
You know, so out of ring number 3 to ring number 1, but you always wanted to watch the center ring.
And don't forget, Danny, they had an A and a B circus, so they'd have the two circuses going on in different parts of the country. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
Right.
Unbelievable. As a matter of fact, I got a text this morning from a Florida resident. Used to be a member here, and she's retired down there to Miss M from IRS, and she said there's a post or text out that says former President Trump has been arrested, and it contains a virus.
Okay.
And they're saying not to open it when if you get that email or that text, that don't open it because it's designed to mess up some stuff.
They're good. They're getting so good. I had my cable. Well, it looked like an email from my cable company.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't click on the link. It looked exactly like it to the T.
You got to look at them.
Yeah, I actually had to click on the sender, and it wasn't the cable company.
But I didn't know you could do that.
It all whenever somebody sends you, always click on the sender to make sure it's the actual company or the person.
Okay.
Because I mean, they'll make it look so good, and just one little letter will be off.
I've seen it come from banking institutions, no matter what, man.
And it looks just like it. Human.
Like I'm getting Venmo. I've never used Venmo before.
Okay.
And I'm getting these like so and so's requesting this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, people use it, but it's.
I've never used Venmo.
Yeah. You have
but
to
I'm
be
getting
careful.
these requests just this week, maybe 2 or 3 in a row.
Yep.
Send me $69.82.
They'll do it. Yep.
I'm like, well, who's Venmo?
Yeah.
That's somebody's nickname? I don't.
Okay, one other thing I just
some kind of like Vincent's mom or something like that. Or Venmo?
Jesus.
Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
I just wanted to add something to what Tom was talking about.
Okay.
Down here, they have, and you had a place which I was talking about before, when the towers were started to fall down, and that's not the first place that is happening. They have what they call a 40-year rule. So anyone coming to Florida, if you're going into a condo or a multi-story building, if it's 20 years old, don't touch it. Don't go nowhere near it, because they give it a time limit, 40 years. After 40 years, you become under inspection, where you have to be inspected. And they're passing all the costs over to potential buyers and anyone that goes in.
I wonder what kind of deal was cut for that. So 40 years.
40 years
before the builder's responsible?
They're subject to inspection. It's a mandatory inspection that the building has to be inspected. And what they're going to do, they find that all the buildings that are like 30 years or beyond, they're deteriorating bad. The closer you are to the ocean, the worse it is.
It makes sense. Water does not go away.
It doesn't.
Thank you, Bishop.
That salt water wears down a building over time.
Yeah.
That's right.
So now you guys are, what's this hurricane called that's coming your way now?
They haven't, I haven't gotten the name of it.
They haven't put a name on it yet?
Yeah, but it's going west of Key West.
Okay.
And then to the Gulf, and then it's swinging around and coming to the panhandle of Florida, and then go up north to the Carolinas and Georgia.
And when are they expecting you guys, it to hit landfall in your area?
We'll bypass it.
They're going to bypass it, hopefully.
Yes.
If it doesn't decide to use its own mind and make a turn, right?
Right. That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
I've learned a lot about hurricanes talking to you over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from you.
So I'm good. The wife gave me an okay on all my duties that I had to check off. So I'm good.
Please tell her I said hello.
Will do, Bishop.
Talk to you soon.
See you there.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Well, we're coming up on the end of another program. We've got some incredible things happening we want you to be aware of. Tomorrow, of course, we have 3 worship services, virtual at 8, 11 a.m. is live, and our communion encounter at 6. Of course, at 6, we'll be baptizing all those new brothers and sisters in the body of Christ and part of our church. 11 a.m., we are in our Transforming Lives month. When you think of August and January, but specifically August this month that we're in, we call these months Transforming Lives months, where we are very particular, even more so than you're used to, about leading people to Christ, evangelizing. We're asking our members to bring friends and family with them every Sunday that they come, every Wednesday that they come. each one bring one so that we can impact. And we want you to bring people that you know need a relationship with God. Their profession, lifestyle doesn't matter. We're all about introducing people to Christ and seeing their lives radically transformed. So what we need you to do is get a hold of that individual who wouldn't normally come to church, who maybe said they would never go to church, who's living a lifestyle where they believe they will be rejected out of hand because of the way they've been living. That's what Transforming Lives Month is all about. Our theme this month is the prodigal son. I was so locked into this Holy Ghost thing that I was actually studying for it up until I got to the end of my study last night, and I said, wait a minute, I'm this prodigal son. So I had to start thinking of thematically how to make this work.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to do it from a testimony point of view, which will make my age relevant now, but
Okay.
I'm going to think back to when I went through my prodigal moment,
Okay.
or trying to wrap it around that. And I think that'll be more relevant than me trying to play a 16-year-old being defiant.
Right.
So I'm thinking of a couple props I'm going to have with me,
Okay.
and I won't mind the people seeing me set them up and that type of thing. But we're gonna. It's forming in my head now. So, but I think it's going to be all right. And then I think next week is when we're going to do the whole Pigpen thing. Or we're going to do it this week? Are they going to have it this week?
Next week, but after this, we're going to do the run through for it.
Okay.
Well, I'll think back.
All right. Because I gotta run to the park for like half an hour.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, tomorrow, please join us. Our midweek services are just phenomenal. Our 12 noon on Wednesday, our 7 p.m. encounter on Wednesday. You don't want to miss that. We'd love to keep you up to date on the things that we are doing. You can get updates at if you text BBC News to 28950. If you need inspiration during the week, BBC Elevate to 28950. We'd love to help you. If you need to pray and you want somebody to come into agreement with you, please send that request to social@gotobethany.com. We love praying with you and touching and agreeing with you. Subscribe to David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ on YouTube. Also subscribe to DGEMS, DGEMS, and On Point. Those are our podcast platforms. For Pastor Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop David G. Evans. Remember, faith acts like a thing is so, even when it's not so, that it might be so. God bless you, and we'll see you next time on Point.